Hi there and welcome to my channel. My name is Ines Benvenuta Kosi, and as always, I bring you news and tips on how you can make it in this life as a freelancer. But also, I try to give you some information about other online financial streams that can help you, get extra income, even if you are living in Africa or even if you're living outside of the country that provides such an opportunity. So today I am recording two videos. I did that deliberately because I'm trying to make these videos short and to the point, and hopefully easy for you to pay attention to. In a few weeks' time, maybe a month from now, I will have a new camera and microphone system, so the quality of my videos might improve somehow. I'm just testing things out, but the basis of that is to improve the channel so that you will be interested to pay attention, but also for my delivery to be a little bit more professional. So before we go any further, subscribe to this YouTube channel. The reason why I ask you to subscribe is because if I upload something in the middle of the week that I didn't announce beforehand on Facebook, you would get the notification bell on YouTube, and so you will take advantage of it. So what I will be doing is I will provide the normal freelancing videos on the weekends, and then during the week, possibly on a Wednesday, I will provide business etiquette skills, the usual skills that would help you in any business setting, in any corporate environment. So be it in your home country or online. These are skills that I've acquired that have helped me out a lot because I'm working with diverse cultures. I'm working with people from across the world, and I've picked up that sometimes it's very important to have certain skills that present you positively to other people. We all need that little bit of help, and so I will be doing that every Wednesday. So today I will have two videos. So this video is about education and how you can utilize freelancing to help you with that little bit of money that you need to go ahead in life in your education, situation that you want happening to you. By education, I am talking about the bachelor's, the master's, and the PhD programs that you can acquire outside of your country, because you have the financial resources. So this would be the video. The other video is a little bit of motivation and the reasons why I feel people fail to pick up on the freelancing situation as quickly as possible, which is, it would be quite important if you paid attention to it, because again, over the year or so of me tutoring people, I've picked up on one or two things that I feel limit people to learning how to be a freelancer very quickly and to learning how to adopt to this system very quickly. So these are the two videos that I'm doing. Forgive me if my camera is moving a lot. I am at a very awkward position. It's too hot, so I can't sit anywhere comfortably. It's way too hot and so uncomfortable, but we'll carry forward. Anyway, so I am in the process of trying to get a PhD. I'm hoping that either 2023 or 2024 or 2025, I will be traveling to the UK to get a PhD. Now, PhD programs are not cheap. Like most of the ones that I'm finding in the UK would start from around £15,000 to around maybe £25,000 a year. And I will be there for 3 years or so. And also I was going to take my niece with me. So if you go through the UK visa website, you would pick up on a number of costs associated with traveling as a student to the UK with with another person. So like for her, she will be my dependent. So it means that I have to start from having a lot of money to go to the UK, to pay for my tuition. First of all, I am not going to be on a scholarship. We all know how extremely competitive scholarships are, and oftentimes you can apply for years on end and still not get a full scholarship. Like in the past, I've often gotten maybe partial scholarship or maybe just tuition only scholarship. So you will find that living in the UK, even if you were on a tuition only scholarship, the cost of living as a student in the UK is also on the higher end. For example, you're only allowed to work 20 hours a week. And in that 20 hours, you're talking about a regular type of work. You're not going to work in the office for 20 hours. You know what I mean? You're not going to earn at the level of your current qualifications. If you already have, let's say, a bachelor's degree, you're not going to find a job in line with those qualifications for you to earn at least a comfortable amount of money. So the type of jobs that are available for students in the UK are, the cleaning, the Burger King and KFC and McDonald's type of work, or maybe the nursing home type of work that would not give you enough money, enough income to sustain you for a month at that rate. So for me, I told myself I wasn't going to struggle when I go to the UK. I didn't want to struggle. I wanted to live comfortably, but I also wanted to provide a very decent living for my niece if I traveled there, when I traveled there. So it got to me thinking I needed to budget for that. I really needed to budget. So from last year when I had a car accident, not last year, this year, February. I had a car accident in February, and two things happened when I had the car accident. I stopped working physically. I told myself, okay, I'm feeling a lot of pain. I had a lot of rib pain and that, and I didn't want to commit myself to traveling to work every day, to and from, and dealing with that on a daily basis, even when I was feeling so much pain. So I resigned physically from my physical job. And at the time, I had two jobs. I was working at night with the company that I work for now. It's a legal entity. So and then I would work during the day at another company in Malawi. But what I did was I left the Malawi company because first of all, my salary that I make at night working with a US company is way more than I can ever earn in Malawi, just to begin with. So it got me thinking, okay, why am I afraid to let go? Because oftentimes I would push myself to having two jobs because I would be so scared to let go of my job in Malawi, the physical job. Because I would say, what if, electricity? What if this? What if internet lets me down? And so on and so forth. But then I also told myself, what if things went well? What then? What if I bought a power bank? I have a laptop power bank now. It has 8-hour battery life. And I can then work comfortably at night without having to worry about the what ifs. So this is what I did with myself. I took charge of my earning situation to just concentrate on my night work. I also took a part-time job because, like I said, I wanted to save money for my PhD. So every month I'm saving $2,000 towards my PhD. So given a year and maybe a year and a half, 2 years, I will manage to get enough money for my tuition. You know what I mean? And when I get to the UK, because I already have a job that provides me enough. Now, here is the fun part about freelancing. With the UK system of allowing you to only work 20 hours a week, if you're working as a freelancer, you're working under international laws, not under the British system. You are able to work for the whole entire week if you wanted. Because this is nighttime, your employers are in a different country, you do not have the restrictions, you know what I mean? You don't have the restrictions of following the 20-hour a week rule that, restricts you as an international person to earn more in the UK. So for me, if I go to the UK, I can still comfortably afford to look after myself and a 5-year-old girl based on the salary that I earn now. Even, as I live in Malawi, I can afford to do that because I will be earning money online. You see what I mean? And this is where the fun begins. This is where I encourage people to take freelancing seriously because we all want to have that really fantastic education. We all want to get ahead in life. And um, I'm looking at, Malawi. I'm in Malawi at the moment. I'm looking at the challenges that we face as Malawians, as Africans, just to make ends meet, or to get one and one to get to some place where you are comfortable to afford your education or to afford your whatever system that you have going on. Uh, the route that I'm suggesting, to not worry about maybe acquiring a scholarship, but to just save up enough money so that you're able to sustain yourself in Europe. Now, here's the fun part. I'm choosing England because I want my niece to get a very good, education system that is English oriented for my own personal reasons, because she's already at a Cambridge school. But if you didn't have my restrictions, you could literally apply for a job, for a school in Germany, in France, in Norway. These are places that have tuition-free universities. You know what I mean? So you are already ahead. You're already ahead of the game with a tuition-free university. All you need is your upkeep. And if you're working online as a freelancer, that sorts out your upkeep. Let me give you an example. I was going to travel to Poland. I actually changed my plans for going to Poland because I encountered, some racism, and I didn't want to bother myself with that, because it wasn't worth it to me to bother myself with racism and that sort of thing. But I was going to volunteer with a Chinese individual who was raised in France and has resources in France and Poland, and I was going to go there and help them. And so in exchange, they were going to give me accommodation and so on and so forth, and I would continue working online. But it was just, for me, it was just the change of scenery. I just wanted the change of scenery. If you want this information about how you can find volunteer opportunities, you can also let me know in the comment section, and I will be in a position to create a video for you about how you can volunteer. But I digress. So back to the whole traveling abroad and living abroad. So you'd find that if I were to live individually comfortably by myself in Poland, the cost of living in Poland is between $300 and $700. I make way more than that. You see what I mean? I can literally afford to live in Europe on my salary that I earn in my country working online. This is what I keep telling everybody. It gets to a place where you are free to do whatever you want to do with your life, because you have that financial independence, you have that financial freedom. And this is where I try to get everybody to get to that level of financial freedom, that you can live in Europe, you can live in Canada, you can live in the US, earning money as a freelancer while you're juggling education. Like for me, maybe I'm a workaholic, but this is what I understand of my 24 hours in a day. If I have 24 hours in a day and I break it into 8-hour sections, those are 3 strong 8-hour sections. I could work for 8 hours and then study for 8 hours and sleep, eat in the next 8 hours. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't need 16 hours of idleness. Just, what am I doing? Just being idle just because I was able to just manage 8 hours of work. Most organizations in Africa, you get 9 to 5. That's 8 hours, literally. And then what do you do with the rest of your time? So for me, I manage my time in that way. I think one time I should talk about time management as well, because I manage my time in such a way that benefits me. So I know that even if I went for a PhD program, I can juggle myself in that way, still manage to provide for me and my needs comfortably, while having saved quite a lot of money for my tuition. Therefore, I would be in a foreign country, earning comfortably, living comfortably, without stressing about where my next money is coming from. I've seen and I've been around people, especially in the UK, because I lived in the UK before, who would cry and who would be stressed out because they didn't know how they were going to balance the 20-hour week restriction with wanting to live. Because if you're looking at 20 hours and you're only earning somewhere around, I don't know, £6, £7 an hour, it's not a lot of money. In cost of living, you're looking at rentals, you're looking at food, you're looking at transportation. All of this accumulates to something that is staggering. So I am going to talk to you about programs in the UK that are affordable, first of all. So we are talking about bachelor degree programs, master's degree programs, and PhD programs that are affordable, because I've been doing the research. So I can share with you in another video some of that information. And I can also create another video for visa and how you can understand certain things like the IELTS test and things like, your TB test, where to get it in Malawi and so on, and how do you apply for the visa on the UK visa platform and so on, so that you can get an idea of how to do that. But oftentimes, UK is the most strict country that you can work with. And if you can understand the UK system of applying for a visa, any other country would be a walk in the park. Because my part-time job is with an Australian company, I work between the hours of 3 a.m. in the night and around 6, 7 in the morning, because it's part-time, but it pays well. I could ask them what their system is like for a student wanting to live in Australia, so that some of you can also benefit from that conversation. But basically, let's take advantage of freelancing to expand our horizon, to see opportunities that are available to us that can benefit our lives. I have done a lot because of freelancing. I've done way more than I could ever do earning in Malawi. And in Malawi, I've worked with a lot of organizations. Bless you. I was earning at that time, I would think, I'm working with very good companies and I'm earning and whatnot, and I'll be excited. But the minute I started freelancing again in Malawi, I was like, okay, my salary is 6, 7 times more than what I'm earning in Malawi, and that's a lot. Number 2, the currency. Our currency is going south very quickly. I just saw some news that the rate, the Malawi kwacha to dollar rate has now just gone up. Let me just read it out to you. I actually saw this as part of the news. The Malawi kwacha will depreciate from 1,126 to 1,180.29 to the dollar from October 2nd, which is, this coming week. And this was a report from the Reserve Bank of Malawi. So if you are earning US dollar currency like I am earning US dollar currency, that is not a concern. I'm literally not even fazed by it. I'm just going, oh, okay, cool. But if you're not, and you're having to worry about the tiny amount of money that you're earning, and you're having to worry about, oh, but then if I need to buy something for my business, you're panicking. If I wanted to do business and I needed currency, I already have currency. Do you know what I mean? So freelancing gives you that freedom. It gives you that freedom to handle your resources very well. So, and literally, we had last month a lady who died because of all of this. People wanting currency, foreign currency, US dollar currency, and they were doing it, with the black market. They were exchanging money with black market, and somebody lost their life. And it's such a shame. She was such a brilliant lady. It's a shame to get to that level because we are always in need. What if you just took, matters into your own hands, became a freelancer? You would earn in US dollar currency. You would not need the black market. You understand? So for me, I find freelancing gives me that powerful freedom. We are working on a global platform. We are no longer an island. We're no longer just Malawi all by itself. We are on a global platform. If I need clothes, I get them from China, and there's a lady in China who sends them to me. I don't even need to go to the shops here in town because I don't need the stress. I online, I'm done. Freedom. If I need education, I'll go to the UK and get educated. And I would not lose this a bit, I would not lose my sleep because I will be in a position of earning that money comfortably to ensure that I get the best quality education. Nigerians are taking advantage of this. Filipino people are taking advantage of this. Why are we not taking advantage of this? We need to take advantage of this. We must. We must. So for me, I'm going to try and break down the tutorials. I only did like 4 tutorials. Not 4, about 6 tutorials that are linked to how you can start as a freelancer. So 6, and they're in a playlist on the YouTube channel. And this 6 will guide you step by step to how you can create a profile and then how you can start earning. If you put your heart into it, I've had people that have trained that have gone ahead and become successful. And I've had people that have tried it and given up. They've only watched 2 videos and given up. And they would say it's hard. It isn't. It's how much do you want it? When you have stressed yourself over, we can't find fuel, everything is going up, and this, and that, and when you're getting to that level of being tired, this is where you will come and say, Ines, I'm ready to learn. Because you would be so exhausted by all of that, all of the things that are happening in this country that are frustrating you. So I encourage you to get to that level of I am tired. I need to get control of my finances. I need to get control of what I'm doing and where I'm going with my things, with my life, with my situation. When you get to that level and then learn how to be a freelancer, that will be the powerful situation that you can find yourself in. So I encourage you right now, let's get started so that you can then afford your own education, because scholarships are competitive. You're talking about maybe 3 or 4 scholarships. If it's Chevenix, 3 or 4 scholarships for the entire Africa. The US scholarships, they're not a lot of those scholarships that are given compared to the amount of people that are wanting them. And you're one of those people that want to do that. So instead of fighting for this scholarship, just learn how to make your own money and then utilize that money and go out there and be great. That's where we're going with this conversation. So let's get started. What's stopping you? Exactly what is stopping you? Because I can tell you a million excuses that I could give you that would, make somebody not want to try, not want to start. But I could also give you maybe just one reason why you should start. I love money. And if I can make that money at the highest level possible, I'm going for it. This is why I do that. I love money. Who doesn't? And I don't want to be asking people for it. I want to be making my own money and comfortably without having to worry. If I wanted to travel and go to the ends of the world today, I would do that. I have the resources for that. Why don't you want to do that as well? So welcome to the world of freelancing. I hope you take my words seriously. I hope you will join me on this fantastic adventure. Let's make that money. Let's make something out of our lives. Let's be comfortable to make decisions, not from a place of, I need, but from a place of, I can afford. Do you see the difference? Yeah. Okay then. Have a beautiful day.